Okay, welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classic Less Known Classics. This is episode number 1834 and double shot number 1720. I got two Batman trades. The first are some stuff from Chuck Dixon, yes, that came back in the 1990s. This is Batman the Chalice. This book collects the Chalice one-shot that was released back in the 90s, along with a follow-up miniseries, 2 issues, Batman Archeth. Fun fact about this particular trade. I had never read anything here before. You thinking, really? You never have? You read a lot of Batman, but you never read this? Nope. Never read it before. Now, in the case of the Chalice story, mostly put, it's basically Batman and Ra's al Ghul fighting over who try to get their hands on the Holy Grail. Tal al Ghul's involved. It's just this story. It's like basically like Chuck Dixon is a big fan of Indiana Jones. Let's look for Holy Grail. Yeah, this is just a really good one shot. In the case of Archeth, which they loose flop this one, it's mostly just a mystic story done by the same artist. Yes, that's something shocking though. Like basically the artwork is done by John Van Fleet. Yes. He's also the one who does the cover art here. And the cover art for the series. Yep. This is awesome. I love this. It's basically Batman doing magic stuff. Yeah, and like I said, never this before. I had heard about the Chalice, but I didn't hear about the Acolyte very much. But apparently this book takes place some point during Batman's early years. I don't remember. You have to look at Andrew Cutter's his main Batman time. Like he's actually had to do another. He actually had revised it a couple times. He has also been asked multiple times to revise because of New 52. Yes, but who knows that happened. I give this book a 10 out of 10. It's really good. All right. Next up was more Batman with Batman the Dark Detective Volume 6. Collecting Detective Comics 622 633. There are approximately about 3 different writers in these issues. Yes, actually 4. Excuse me. You have Peter Mulligan, Alan Grant, John Ostrander, and Marv Wolfman with the late Jim Aparo, Tim Mandrake, the late Norm Botberg. I think he passed away a few years ago. Mike McCone and Jim Henry. The first writer you have in here is, of course, you think is Alan Grant, given how weird the art style is. Oh, it's done by John Ostrander. But the artwork is weird. It's basically Flint Henry, who does the interior artwork. By the way, these just came out from October 1990 to early August 1991. So about a year's worth of comics here. Mostly it's a lot of good detective work for Batman. Of course, it's the start of the 90s. Now, the writer for the issues basically is first out with John Ostrander, who doesn't do very much in here. By the way, I thought that basically that was the only book you worked on. Like in the case of the One Piece, it's been a while since I read it. So, yeah. So in the case of the first couple issues in here, like 622, 623, is John Ostrander with. In the case, we have Michael McCone, Phil Henry in the artwork for 623. Yes, for 624, that I believe is John Ostrander does this one too. Yeah, he does this one. Yeah, unlike his later book, which actually is not in trade, this one is. For 624, 625, we have Marv Wolfman take over the writing with Jim Aparo on the artwork. Yes. And he's on here for some of the issues. He does 622, 625, excuse me, 626. By the way, this issue has a character known as the Electrocutioner. I believe this is the original one with, look at that, 1990 Batmobile. Yeah, weird looking Batmobile. Yeah, and then we have 627, which at the time was celebrated as Batman's 600th appearance in the series. Yep. 627 is done by two different creators. No, seriously. It's like two different people do two different stories. The second story is done by Alan Grant. I believe the first story is done by, I think it's Oswender, I believe it is. No, it's Marv Wolfman. He does the opening story here. Mm-hmm. Yep. But in the case, the very next issue for 628, it's still Marv Wolfman and Jim Perro in the artwork. Yeah. So you have Marv Wolfman on this book. He probably came on this book probably not long after he finished it, but he wanted to do Avengers Suit before they had it taken up by John Byrne. And then for 631, it's Peter Mulligan on the writing. Still Jim Perro on the artwork. The artwork here is really, really good. I love Jim Perro's artwork. He's definitely one of those artists, basically, who doesn't get a lot of love. Not like people like Graham Nolan, a bunch of artists. And you might be asking, have I ever met Jim Perro? No. The reason is actually pure and simple. He passed away in 2005, so there's no way for me to meet him. 632, still Peter Mulligan. And of course you have 633, which is also done by Peter Mulligan. But this time the entire artwork is done by Tom Mandrake. Yep. But these issues here, none of them quite bad per se. It's just basically just more flowing stuff for Batman. It just basically some weird at the beginning. It gets quite interesting. The appearance here by the Joker. Yes, the Joker. And, oh, by the way, in the case of the second miniseries, I forgot to mention this. It's mostly Egyptian stuff. And it involves Killer Croc. Yes, seriously. This book, aside from appearance with the Joker per se, no familiar villains pop in this one, surprisingly. And there's still one more left for this one. And with that, I'll be pretty much in the way be able to conclude a review for Batman issues that came from 1987 to present, along with this comics. I give this book a 9.5 out of 10. Just damn good. I did review Volume 5 at some point. I had to look up, see here. Oof. Excuse me. Well, I did review Volume 3 last year. Did I review Volume 5 at some point? I could have sworn at some point I did review Volume 5. Let's see. Okay, Dark Detective I reviewed the first one about 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, maybe 4. Volume 2. This one was basically 3 years ago. 4. Let's see, yeah, 3 I've already reviewed already. How about 4? I don't know if I have because I'm not finding it. Maybe I missed it. Maybe. Because I know I viewed Volume 3 in episode 1296. Excuse me, the first one I did in 787. Volume 2 I did back 3 years ago in episode 906. But, I think at some point I did, but I can't find it per se in the case of Volume 4 and 5. I probably need to look them up at some point, but maybe I did, maybe I deleted them. I'm not really sure. I'll probably review them at some point, so I can definitely say I did review those two trades there. There is still one more trade to come out, and I think that'll be it for Dark Ticket Trade Series. Yes, Volume 7, like in the case of the Cade Crusader Trade Series, will end with Nightfall. Yep. But yeah, this will be pretty much it for Cyclo View. Stay tuned for my next view. Probably it's going to be tomorrow at this point, which is going to be probably our Comic Corner and more One Piece along with Rise of Your Hero. Okay? Next video. Bye.